Howdy folks, it's Donald Ward McCarthy here with 311 Realty, bringing you your update for June 2022. If you do hear my son either crying or screaming in jubilee behind us here, he's a love-hate relationship with his extracurricular mathematics. So anyways, on with the show. So yeah, you've probably all heard the media in early July, and you're probably watching this the week of July 11th. So if you're watching it before Wednesday, then we're anticipating a 0.5, at least very possibly 0.75 has been hinted to us, interest rate hike, which will be quite substantial. I think the biggest interest rate hike we'll see throughout what we're doing in the last couple of months and out for the next 12 months, trying to bring inflation into check and calming the housing market as well too is the government's aim. So if you're watching this post Wednesday, you'll know what the actual hike was. Anyways, let's dig into June's numbers. So much like the trend we've seen since February into March, into May, and into June, the trend is downwards in terms of price. It's downwards in terms of supply. It's downwards in terms of demand. So there's definitely that cooling is continuing and expected to continue for the next 6 months or so if we continue to have these rate hikes. And it's a lot about the buyer psychology, I like to tell my sellers. So anyway, year-over-year numbers, as always, there's a link somewhere, however you're receiving this media, there's a link somewhere that you can download all of these documents and go through them in more fine tune than I am today, because I want to be brief as I possibly can. So average price up only 5% year over year. Okay, you can see here a huge drop in demand, a huge, just pretty much parallel year over year for new listings for supply. As always, as you know, I like to look at what's happening, kind of the month to month trends. So we can see here, here's demand. Again, here the orange line 2022. You see again, drop from March into April, into May, and into June. Okay, what was that actual drop? Let's have a quick look here. There was an 11% drop in demand. Back here to supply, we had a big drop from May to June. April to May was pretty much solid, but then we're now starting to see the supply drop. And I think what's happening there is there are two types of sellers in our market. We have the seller who needs to sell, and obviously some of those are going to take a hit on their property. And there are those that don't need to sell or know what's going on and the impact of what's happening right now. They're willing to wait this out. So what was that actual figure? So down 12% from May to June in supply. Of course, the most important when you're waiting for prices. So what's happening prices? So you can see the trajectory of prices again down. And when we look at those stats month to month, we are down in pricing 5% from May to June. So combined with about the 3%, 3%, which is almost 10%. So we're down 14, 15% overall in our GTA market. Now, obviously, some areas are buffered. The downtown core tends to have a bit of a better standing because the supply is a bit tighter down there. Then you move outwards to the outliers, the Bramptons, the Berry-Williers, the Mississaugas, out a bit further, Burlington, and all the way around to the Durham region. You tend to see that's where we're seeing the shake-up a bit more. Now, I wanted to, absorption rates tell a very different story between condos and houses. So when we look at the absorption rates for 2022 in the last couple of days, there we go. 28 weeks of supply in condos and 16 in houses. So differing tale there. Condos are seeing a bit more of a shake-up. There you go, folks. Do reach out to us if you need anything, if you want to talk to us about anything at all. We're here for you. It's 311 Realty. Donald Ward McCarthy. Thank you so much. Over and